gonna fit tighter. Obviously, it's gonna fit tighter if you put a hood on.
That's also gonna fold my ears over.
I'll fold your ears over.
Your ears.
On a helmet that's 3 sizes too small. Yeah, let me just use that.
That's a good look for you, brother. Okay, so first impression, it looks good. I'm personally not a big fan of the green, but it can be wrapped, it can be changed, not the end of the world. It does have like kind of a cheapy vibe to it, kind of a cheapy feel, and I kind of see that when I see like, I think the paint has a nice, or the frame has a nice finish, but kind of this to me, obviously it is a cheaper bike, but like this finish kind of just gives it a cheapy feel to it, or a look. But other than that, the shock has a link, which is nice, where the XR doesn't. The XR is right to the swing arm. You know, and funny enough, I've ridden both these bikes. I rode this in the XR, and I thought I would not want to get back on the XR. But the XR with the 222 kit is a thumper. It just, I don't know if it's a carb or what it is, but it just has that bottom end grunt, and it just wants to pop that wheel up. So it definitely feels more like an XR200, where this feels more like a XT225, where it's like a really smooth, really linear power, but it just doesn't have that kick, that thump, where the XR, it just feels like you're riding a late 90s XR200. The headlight's really good. It's got a nice LED. The blinkers are incandescent. This thing to me feels like it's just going to break at some point, but you've got a really nice cluster up here. The fuel gauge is awesome, which is really cool to have a fuel gauge. You got a regular cable clutch, and fires right up. The one thing I noticed with this is the valves are kind of loud in this. They're really ticky. I don't know if it's an XR thing, or I'm sorry, I don't know if it's a KLX thing or if it needs an adjustment, but gonna ride it, gonna break it in, gonna ride it today a little bit, show you guys how it does. But overall, it's a pretty cool bike overall for the money, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it does in Moab. So also, I think it'd be good to give you a comparison. Like most guys that are doing adventure bike riding, off-road riding, they're gonna get a bigger bike. Maybe it's a Tenere 690. Most of the time you end up being like a 600 plus, because or you end up getting a 300. 300 is a good option too, but the size difference between this is a 690, which is the same as like a Supermoto, but it's the R, which is their enduro model. So this weighs in right at about 380 pounds, and this is 286. 90% of the time, that's what I ride. That's what I take off-road, do all my rides on. It's not very fun at 60, 70 miles an hour, being it's a big single. It's really thumpy. It has a lot of vibration. Ton of power. I think it's 65, 70 horse, something like that. But just the size difference of these two bikes, just to give you a comparison, this is going to make for a way easier, obviously slower. You're not going to be doing crazy wheelies and whatever, but it's going to be much more manageable, be able to take it a lot more places than the 690. The 690 is an amazing bike. I'll probably never be without one. I've had several. They're really, really good bikes. Really tall seat. Your seat height is really tall. It's really wide. Overall, I think it's actually really light for what it is. 360, 350, I think 370, somewhere in there, which for a 690 is if you do the math on horsepower and everything for what it is, it's really light bike, but it's heavy. No, it's not heavy. It's just big. It's a big bike. All right, well, apparently I found myself a dealership. I bought the Supermoto model. Sometimes make these irresponsible decisions, but that's the beautiful thing. When you own your own company, you can do that sometimes. But you gotta be careful with that. Anyways, I rode the Enduro yesterday, and I'm like, this would make a killer. This would be a great bike for the street. So went ahead and picked this guy up. Gonna take it to the shop, and yeah, let the guys check it out, see what they think, and do a little. Oh, look, somebody already. That's nice. Anyways, I'll load it up. Look at how they did the fender eliminator in the back. That, and then the seat covers really.
Look at the chain.
What?
See that? It's C's. Those are all C's links.
And then look at the seat, just some like ghetto seat cover, and then somebody carved a heart in the fairing.
Where?
Right here. See the heart?
That's
be like,
probably a sticker. No, it's.
See, this has. Does this? This does have.
This is a repo.
We'll see.
Did we buy a repo?
No, it was an older play. This is this speed or ABS?
What?
Gotta be speed, right?
What?
Right there. There's a. Oh, I thought there was a wire down there. There's not. What's weird is mine has a standoff.
It's a different fork.
But mine has a. But mine has a standoff with nothing on it. Looks like for a speed sensor, it's not there.
ABS.
That's true.
It's probably ABS.
Yeah. I don't know. These forks are so much nicer.
I know.
Is this more retail than the?
No. It's just stupid. It's
Yeah.
way nicer.
I mean, I don't know what's the reasoning behind using the other forks? Could it be that they are better off road?
Realistically, I would wager that the internally on the forks.
We think.
I like it.
It's on a bike for $3,200.
You know, the shape kind of reminds me of the.
This looks like some John would do.
Husqvarna.
This is a fender eliminator John would do.
It looks like it kind of reminds me like a DRZ 400 type of shape. It's just, but it's really compact. It's small.
DRZ's big and heavy.
It is, but for the
Have you
price,
been to DRZ?
My dad had one a long time ago.
They're expensive too.
We'll take this thing out.
Yeah. So this clutch lever
See, it's soft though. It's easy pull.
It's like a mini XR.
It's the same size, I think.
bigger.
Is it? This is bigger than the XR.
No.
Bigger engine.
I'll bet lunch.
Bigger
side by
engine.
side.
Bigger engine.
No, I'm talking.
I think it's
body.
physically smaller than the XR.
Well, yeah, because it's a fucking supermoto.
Is that why?
Well,
yeah.
my other one is compact like this too. I can't believe the bigger tank they make is 4 gallons. That's a giant tank. I don't think that's maybe a typo because I don't know how it could be 4 gallons. That'd be like a 300, 400 mile range, dude.
It runs all the way down into.
That'd be like a 400 mile range on this bike. Feel that high idle's kind of weird.
That's why they make that adjustment.
Yeah, the gauge cluster's nice.
Yeah, the gauge is
For
nice.
$1,300
It's actually super
1300.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
no,
actually-
no, 3,200.
Oh, 32.
Because they're like 55 or 5,800 new or
So
something.
new riders don't stall it. So you can just like.
Yeah. New rider over here. It looks good.
It is small.
Visually, when I
XR.
look at it.
Yeah, so look at how like,
It is a little big.
well, look at the back. Look how much wider. See, this has a, look at the seat on this.
We were talking about that. This is to put around town.
And you can do 2 up on this.
Yeah, I mean, that has pegs, but it's definitely more like, look how skinny that bike is versus this one. But this is probably be more comfortable, I think. That's definitely not, but it just looks like a, definitely like a higher quality bike. This does. I think the first video I'm just gonna do like just a ride, just ride it, talk about it, and then I think we'll pop a sprocket on this guy.
Yeah.
And then we have the Supermoto over here as well. It's got black bars on it. Those are silver, aren't they, on that one?
Yeah. Looks like they just matched it to the triple tree.
Yeah. You have one? Nice. Let's see what else is different.
It looks good on it.
All right, we're gonna ride the Supermoto and the Enduro. Get a little comparison. You don't ever start another man's bike, weirdo. You dick. Yeah. This one feels faster than that one for sure. See if I can goose him in the water. Let's go. Let's go this way. Alright, so I spoke earlier, this one definitely is not as comfortable as the XR. You can ride in front of me. But we'll get a feel for him, maybe swap back and forth to right. I'm just gonna watch the speedo right now to give you guys an idea on speed.
I want to take this thing off-road, but... Alright, well, let's find like a good cruising speed. You get in front of me. Just get in front of me, yeah. Find a good cruising speed, see where it's happy. So about 55. Oh yeah, this thing's, I would say good, where it's happy. About, yeah, 55. So you can see how it rides at 60. Yeah, cruise is good at 60. I'm gonna pass him now. I'm in 6th gear. Looks like 6th gear about 70. It's about all you get. 6th gear 70 is about it. Let's try 5th gear. Suspension feels good. Brakes feel good. This bike feels really good, to be honest. I'm pretty impressed. I mean, it's just on dirt tires, taking these corners at 55, 60. Whee! Oh yeah, this is a fun bike. It actually feels a lot better. It feels a lot better on the street than I was anticipating. I want to, you know, obviously I can't get off-road test right now because Paul, he would just follow me, so. You like, what do you think?
What?
What do you think? It's fun.
It's not bad.
Alright, what gear are you in? Alright, second? Alright, we'll go second. Alright, you ready? It feels pretty good. It doesn't vibrate that much. I feel like it wants to be, it's happy at like 55, 60-ish.
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy picked up for $3,200, which is, we'll go back, $3,200, which is about what you pay for a used Grom, and it has 1,200 miles on it, so definitely a lot more.
Way better.
Right? Gee, boy. Well, the clutch feels softer on this one, actually, for some reason. Alright, let's do a race. Hold on. Let's race again. Hold on. Must just be the weight. The weight different. Wow, brakes are good. Holy cow, brakes are really good. We lost Paul. Hey, what's up? Yeah, this thing feels great on the street. That feels good, but like you're not gonna smash really hard in the corners. Let's start off in 1st gear.
The front tire feels low.
This thing feels great in the corners.
The seat.
No, it feels good in the corners. And the brakes are a lot better.
Well, yeah.
Oh, this can't ride.
All right, so I got these bikes. And so Paul and I were talking. I think this bike is going to be better. So stock versus stock, obviously. This is going to be better because it's going to have more horsepower, right? But
Let's go over the differences.
But the 222, like,
Power-wise, they're probably pretty close.
this to me feels more fun. It's more thumpy. You could crack the throttle, thumps. This feels more fun. This feels more smooth and linear, where this feels like it has a lot of power down low. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's cams too.
Yeah.
I think the cam makes
Yeah.
that much of a difference. Even because the displacement's about the
Pretty
same.
close.
They're within 5% of each other.
The XR has more of a bar rise for sure. But like Paul was saying, he goes, this is good. I think this is going to be better like all around bike. If you do like 90% city or 90% riding and then 10% dirt, I think this would be better personally. I think it's
if you're going in the dirt 10% of the time. But if you're doing city riding where you're taking jumps and stuff.
This shock was way too stiff for off-road with the heavy rocks. It was pretty rough. But you can see how squishy it is now. So it's probably really good for comfortable on the street. Where this is probably going to be a little bit less comfortable on the street. 2-up, yeah, for sure. Because I think I put 80 pounds of my bags on the back and it was totally fine. This is like, I don't know. They both have their sweet spots. This one obviously looks far better on paper, but I think this seat, I think this seat's going to get old. If you were doing like 2 hours, if you're doing like an hour and a half.
At least it's better than a motocross seat.
It is.
It's not like riding on a 2x4.
But which seat would you rather sit on for like if you were to commute from your house here, it's going to be this one over this one.
From my house here, I'd probably
like just comfort wise.
You notice a difference, but I don't think this one would be bad.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. I think we really need to get some time on it compared to this one.
Look at the angle too, the difference. This is, I think,
kind of sweet back.
See how this is like curved and then that's more straight. Yeah, I think this is probably more for street.
That's an easy thing to correct though.
But curved is more for street, I think. All right, guys, that's it. I'm gonna load this puppy in the trailer. Gonna go to Moab. So I hope you got kind of a rough idea what the bike is, how it runs, if it's a good fit for you. And the next video, I should say, is gonna be Moab and really putting it through the ringer, seeing how it goes. So subscribe, share, hit like, comment what you'd like to see down below. I think it's cool to kind of explore some different options other than the Grom and the Monkey and the Dax and whatnot. This is a pretty good setup, this and the Supermoto. Also, this is April. This is April right now. And as everybody knows, the tariffs and whatever are going on. We're gonna hold out as long as we can with our pricing, but they're probably gonna go up. I mean, if I buy $100,000 worth of product from Taiwan or already bought it months ago, it's coming here, I'm gonna give it with a $30,000 bill extra. I understand the theory behind it, but it's gonna be a little bit of a pinch for a while. So prices are, as long as it keeps going the way that it's gonna go, prices are gonna go up. They have to go up. Whether stuff's made here in Taiwan or made in USA, it's gonna go up regardless. So it doesn't matter to me personally whether you get parts or how much you spend on parts, but I do feel obligated to tell you guys, if you're gonna do it now. We got the beast loaded up, and I'm gonna leave in the morning to Moab. So show you kind of what we got going on here. We've got Brent's 690, Ed's 300, CR300, my 690, a little KLX, and then we have the side-by-side. So probably won't use the side-by-side that much, but this is actually a really good comparison to show you how this bike can perform, because, you know, $4,000 bike, $11,000 bike, you know, $10,000 bike, $11,000 bike, new, of course. But yeah, I mean, this thing is just, the 690 is a monster next to the 230. But last time I went, I had more fun on the XR than I did the 690. So yeah, probably get a little bit of video on the travel, and we'll see you on the other side.